everyone. We are here at JW Marriott and the occasion is Cinemascape 2015. Most scenic locations from India and international venues for shooting came under one roof. Catch a glimpse of Cinemascape 2015, the Cinema Tourism Summit.
The Cinema Tourism Summit 2015.
Idea really from what we have done in the last 8 to 10 years, where we saw ourselves primarily as a B2B networking forum. We wanted to move and look ahead at the larger value chain. The three major verticals which I had mentioned earlier to you: films, television and commercial. On the film side, what is trending? I would like to request Mr. Ramesh Seppi to share a few thoughts with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. Believe me, film as an industry is being seduced by the whole world. The kind of incentives being offered by the rest of the world are unbelievable. They want you to come there. The facilities, the ease with which you can shoot in most of these places is unbelievable. We need to raise those standards so that they need not go out.
Seppi, may I now request Mr. Piyush Pandey to share his thoughts on how his vertical is moving?
Yeah, I think time to create some controversy. I think this is payback time for us, payback time for the cinema industry, payback time for advertising industry, and payback time for the television industry. So if you have shot something in Rajasthan, the government of Rajasthan should have the right to show it on the website that Lamhe was shot here.
You may have made a correction, appreciate it, but slightly unfair. I think at the end of the film, it's not 100 people who have gone there. It is also the fact when the film is released, it goes out to thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. Please do not take away that credit from the filmmaker. I don't think there is a negative clause in any shoot of ours. The tourism department can very well show the kind of films that have been shot in each place, every state, wherever things have been shot.
What is required is that if suppose by virtue of your requirement you have gone to a particular destination, it is for the state governments, the tourism departments to draw mileage of that exposure.
I like to use this opportunity which Shri Naveen Berry has given us. Why would you not like to lift the economic status of your own country people here in this country by giving them an opportunity?
Can I come to Mr. Dheeraj Kumar, please, to tell us what's happening on television?
The TV industry in size and projection have grown from 241 billion rupees in 2008 today to 543.2 billion in 2015, and it is expected to grow to at least 975.5 billion in next 5 years. Now we are talking about the single window clearance. Sir, in Goa, Delhi and Kerala, catalyzed many global shooting units to choose their spots as nobody is ready to get 70 plus approvals in other states as usually required. So it should not be 70 plus requirements for a shooting in India. That's a big target.
Shuchi, I'm very keen, I'm sure everybody's here very keen to know what's the size of the cinema tourism business worldwide and where is India?
Based on our assessment, we have seen that film tourism is growing at a very high rate in India, and which is around 8.8%. And with that speed, we can expect around 3,000 movies being shot by 2020. So now tell me, with 3,000 movies being shot, we would need more than 3,000 locations to shoot. So there are 3,000 opportunities for Indian states. to interact with the film industry and make the locations bigger and better, and to promote it in the promote through film tourism.
We are looking at destinations, Excellency. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, along with His Excellency from Rwanda. Can you just share with us the Croatian experience and what's happening?
Mr. Minister, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I promise I will be very, very brief in order to save time. It's very easy to sell a good product. Croatia is a very beautiful country. We have 1,247 islands, more than 6,000 kilometers of coast. 50% of Croatia is under forest, very clean lakes, rivers, air. Zagreb is a beautiful city in Central Europe, very close to Budapest.
That's why we are sitting closer to each other, actually.
Yes. And not only that, now let me tell you, Croatia is successor state of former Yugoslavia. Marshal Tito and Pandit Nehru had excellent relations. We were helping a lot India. There are very warm, friendly feelings towards Indians. So coming to Croatia for Indians won't be a foreign country.
Can I ask His Excellency, the High Commissioner of Rwanda, to share his thoughts, please?
Thank you, Naveen, all dignitaries. I thank you for making us part of this important discussion. We think that there's a huge potential there. Rwanda being a country known as the country of 1,000 hills. Some people have even called it the Switzerland of Africa. We think that this is a potential new and unique destination for those looking for exotic locations for shooting. We issue visas very quickly, work permits very quickly. If you're bringing in shooting crews, if you're bringing in equipment for shooting, we have a lot of incentives that we offer, both in terms of taxes, but also in terms of facilitation that you may need.
Thank you. We have one more destination to cover. May I request Prince Lakshraj from Udaipur to briefly just share your experience from Udaipur, from the days of Octopussy to now, what's happening on cinema?
Respected dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press and media. I think something that would fascinate Rameshji as well is the fact that the first film, sir, that was shot in Udaipur was in 1920, and it was a silent film. So Udaipur has not been a city or a destination which has been new or unknown or only known because of Octopussy. So people and filmmakers have come to us as early as the 1920s. And the one thing in our personal capacity as a family from the House of Mewar is the one thing that we would like to mention to the cinema and the film fraternity is that we welcome you with open arms. खुले दिल से हम आप लोगों का स्वागत करते हैं and उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप आएं. We are able to help you.
Mr. Mitra is the president of ASAP, which is the body of professional advertising agencies.
Advertising film producers. Locations in India, the processes that one needs to follow to be able to shoot in this country is far away from the joys that these locations, which are the biggest locations in the world for advertising shooting, provide.
For that, Mr. Zuchi, we would like to actually see whatever you said as ground reality. We don't see that as ground reality. We've been discussing, we've been talking to various dignitaries and we've been told that things are going to be actioned. Yet we don't actually see them happening on the floor.
Mr. Mukesh Sharma from Doordarshan and the Films Division. How are you translating a lot of what we are talking about on Doordarshan?
I do remember when NFDC came up at that time, there was this, and Octopussy when came, that why don't we have films division corporations in the states who becomes a single window clearance for everything, all this, what is UP doing, what Visabha said. And that makes life easier where people can do and then, all the clearances, all the licenses, even they can have a detail of the locations and things, which will be very easy rather than individually going to.
Karan Anand from Cox & Kings. Karan, just to briefly capture for me, how is the redemption happening on the travel side?
We as tour operators are the monetization arm for cinema tourism. Cinemas will promote a region, a country, a city. It's the tour operators that will monetize by taking people physically there.
Mr. Dutti, can I request you to sum up the session for us as you see it? from the Ministry of Tourism?
Well, I can sum up by saying that we have specific instances, and I'm glad that every representative from a particular sector has come up with some specific examples and probably has tried to make one's point. Now, combinedly, I think we are all working on the same page, and we are on the same wavelength. We are ready to help you. I will call upon all the states to begin with. We can even have a web portal of the destinations for the film industry, so that again it's a single window. The film industry, the television industry goes straight away to that web portal and find out. So basically, I think we have to share information with each other. Now, these are the things which we have to consider. And when the Honorable Prime Minister makes a call of Make in India, I mean, what could be more relevant than making films in India? The national tourism policy is on the anvil. We are going to take care of this particular aspect, that the world is changing, it's fast emerging, it's dynamically changing. We have to match our policies. I must compliment Mr. Berry that this particular summit has been of a very great use to all the stakeholders. I think I have only these many words to make. Thank you.
We would like to request Ms. Neena Lath Gupta and Mr. Uday Singh. Topic of the discussion is going forward with the National Film Commission.
When is this film facilitation unit going to happen?
Well, hopefully very soon, Uday. I hope by the end of this financial year, certainly.
And with this film, there will be a full organization, I presume, which will ensure that some of the issues that we discussed in the morning are not left out.
Setting up a film commission in India is certainly not going to be as simple as it is to set up a film commission in a smaller country. It's going to have a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, not problems. But the good news is, and I see that very, very positively, is the fact that there's awareness. You know, there is, and that was the principal challenge in the first place, was to make people aware of the advantage of film to tourism. And I think that awareness is building up in a very big way. It's building up within the government as well, both at the state levels and the central level.
May I now invite Mr. Ramesh Sippi and Ms. Guneet Monga to kindly take on the next discussion, which is co-productions, how they would help cinema tourism.
We're talking about where co-production can be either made in the country of your partner or within India, or maybe both. So what are the hurdles that we are going through, and what is it that we can resolve in the near future?
There are a couple of major hurdles. One of the major hurdles is the structuring of this contract. There is no such standardization of structuring of this contract because it's not even about standardization. There is not much knowledge and information about this.
We can have a workshop. We can call whoever is interested to come and speak about co-production. We can do a workshop which
I think one UK producer, one Canada and one France producer.
No, if what I'm saying is after having put in all that work and arrived at and signed the treaty, what is happening after that?
Sir, in my mind, the way the co-production treaties are being formulated, being created, there is a flaw there. I don't think industry is involved. We get to know after the document is executed.
Thank you very, very much for this very interesting dialogue. Thank you. Can I now request Mr. Rajan Kapoor and Mr. Ashish Singh? Now, they are going to dialogue on the learning curve.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for your time. So I'd like to sum it up into 3 or 4 key points before I discuss with Rajan. Single window clearance is a no-brainer. Secondly, the most important thing now for us to decide on a location because of a depreciating rupee is the incentives that the locations offer. Third and most important thing, obviously, we've already had a discussion regarding film commissions and the role that they play.
Since I don't know anyone there, I can't pick up the phone and call up somebody.
Line producers. Actually, that's the best route. So there are people who do line production, and I think we worked with the same person when we shot for Jab Tak Hai Jaan and for Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
And second question I had, is it really one of the reasons that a lot of big budget films, a big star cast film in India, they want to go abroad only because they can't handle crowds in India?
I don't know whether they spend that kind of money just going abroad, but handling crowds, sir, is a very big problem. For me, the 7 days I spent in Delhi with shooting with Mr. Salman Khan were absolute hell.
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh and Mr. Kapoor.
I'm extremely grateful to Thai tourism, to Madam Suraya for making it possible along with the team. May I also welcome the Deputy Consul General of Thailand in Mumbai for being here. I will now request Marcy to take over the evening and a bit more of the flavors of Thai for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Namaste and Swadika. I would like to invite Ms. Sirin Suratin, Deputy Consul General and Acting Consul General of the Royal Thai Consulate General in Mumbai.
Ladies and gentlemen, a wise man said, movies are the fastest way to people's heart. It is one of the best way to tie friendships at people-to-people level between both countries. Films are also excellent vehicle for destination marketing, where we can present new product development opportunities. This kind of event should be organized more often, and I wish this will be a successful event that could help strengthen film industry and promote tourism between India and Thailand. Thank you very much, and please enjoy the Thailand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Our privileged opportunity to present the Cinema Tourism Awards. May I request Mr. Mahesh Bhatt to please join us here on stage, and also Mr. Manish Goswami. This is the segment regarding television. Within television, one is for the best television serial on location shooting within India, and the other is the best television serial shooting in a foreign location.
In the foreign location, the winner is Ek Nayi Ummeed, Roshni by Pulse Media.
Winner for the best India location television serial, the winner is
Udan, Gurudev Balla Productions.
First of all, I need to congratulate the organizers of the Thai night. I think it's just sensational audio-visual experience that we just got a taste of. I think the representatives of the various states from our country need to take a lesson or two from our friends from Thailand, that this is the age of the audio-visual medium. And I think if you want to lure filmmakers into your states, you need to create audio-visual units which are as mesmerizing as our friends from Thailand did.
Our next segment is the film category, and may I request Mr. Ramesh Sippy to please come on stage. In the international section, the winner is?
The winner is Queen. Phantom, Firebomb 18.
For the India location,
the winner is none else but Hyder.
next segment is advertising. And the gold or the best film for shooting a destination advertising film is Daman and Diu. Nirvana Films. The silver winner for advertising
is Uttar Pradesh Tourism, home of Taj, Ravi Udaivar Films.
This next award is for somebody very special for us this evening, and I'm requesting Rameshji to say a few words.
This gentleman is called the showman of our film industry. And a showman like Subhash Ghai, he has made some of the most brilliant films and exploited everything from nature on to show how beautiful it all can be. This is the man of the hour.
When I was in 4th standard, I got a trophy from my teacher. And I went to my mother and she blessed me. Kaam karo na karo, award lete rehna. I'm very thankful to Mr. Naveen Reddy, the organization, the Thai night. It's the International Day. My congratulations to all of you on the Thai night.
Thank you very much for being with us.